What's going on, man? It's the kid DJ Fitted, aka that light skin wonder man, and yo, I'm here with my unofficial hype tech review. Disclaimer: by no means am I a tech reviewer. I'm very basic with some of this technology. Other things I can go a lot more in depth with, especially like DJ equipment and all of that. I can really get into the deep functions of how things work, maneuver. Cameras, I'm a little bit. Everything else, whatever. Like, yo, just tell me the basics. Does it do what I need it to do? But today I want to talk about a camera that was announced, I want to say about a week ago. I'm very excited about this camera, and I'm going to deem it, me personally going to deem it, probably going to be the new choice for a lot of vloggers, man, because this camera it's kind of lit, man. Like currently right now I'm shooting on the Panasonic LUMIX G9, and I like it. It shoots 4K, which you see all the videos are uploaded in, but it's very basic. Outside of the 4K, I think it's only like an 18 megapixel camera. Don't quote me on it. I'm not sure. I don't do too many still images with it. But Panasonic just announced the LUMIX G9 mirrorless micro 4/3 digital camera. It is slated to come out, they say mid-January. But yo, I'm thoroughly excited. I've really been considering switching back to Sony recently, but then I enjoyed using this Panasonic. It's probably been very easy to use, very user friendly. I like the app that you can use with your phone, but that's enough about the camera I'm shooting on and more about the one that's coming out. Let's talk price first. Price. The new Panasonic G9 will be coming in at about $1,600, well, close to $1,700 MSRP. But to me, it is very feature packed, and I think it is well worth the money, especially if you don't want to jump all the way up and go to the GH5, or you don't want to be dated with the GH4, because the G9 it has the Venus engine image processor. I'm just reading the highlights of it, man, so don't be mad, but I'm gonna tell you why I like this camera very in depth. It now allows you to shoot 4K at 60 frames per second, which, you know, for those vloggers who are a lot more creative and they want that slow cinematic and don't want to spend the heftier price tag, yo, 60 frames per second definitely can look very, very nice in slow motion, especially if you know what you're doing. It has sporting a 20.3 megapixel sensor. It has the 5-axis sensor stabilization, dual IS to be exact. It'll now also allow you to store 2 memory cards in the camera, which is perfect for me when sometimes I just turn the camera on and I talk. A lot of times I need that dual memory card system. Now, if it works how I think how I would want it to work, is that when one's full, it'll just start recording on the next, which is dope. You know what I'm saying? It definitely gives you the ability to put 2 high efficiency memory cards in there, especially shooting at 4K. You're gonna want that good performance out of your SD card. It has the ability to take 6K photos, so I'm guessing it's gonna do some sort of like what this camera does, is that it records for so many seconds and then takes the best image out of that recording. It also has the flip out screen, which I know a lot of vloggers are like. You know, it flips out so you can see yourself, or you can just make sure you're in frame out of the corner of your eye. It also has ISO up to 25,600. I think this one only starts at don't quote me. I'm gonna just put it on the screen right here at what this camera does. Another thing that stood out to me, the form factor of the camera, which I'm gonna put images so you guys can see. But the form factor of the camera is more conducive to the standard digital SLR that I am used to using, being a former Canon and Sony shooter. It has the screen on the top that gives you all the camera readout that you will see on most of your higher end digital SLR cameras, you know, you shoot photography with. So that's cool. It does have the dedicated record button on the top, which I like. And then your dial, you know, is always dope too. It definitely has a smaller body. Well, to me, I haven't physically seen the camera yet, but it has a form factor of your GH5 and GH4. So, I mean, if that's what you like, that'd be cool. The rear screen is touchscreen, so if you're one of those people who are very used to, like, you know, the touch of your phone, it's cool. Now, I will say this, on my G7, I've had a lot of glitchy moments where the screen doesn't respond to my fingers. So it's almost like you have to like forcefully press down and move it. So hopefully they have fixed that on this. All around, I think this is going to be a dope camera for vloggers. Now, I know you're going to say the price isn't cheap. So no, I'm not saying this is for the entry-level vlogger, but more or less maybe like your mid to seasoned professional vlogger. I would definitely put the time and the money into it. For $1,600, that's just the body. Let me be straight up. That's just the body. But in true Panasonic form, I'm pretty sure you can find a good micro Four Thirds lens for a very low price, very inexpensive. You probably can just get the kit lens that you would get with the G7, and I think the G85 has that as well. So I mean, you can, I'm pretty sure you can find one of those on eBay, or the bundle, which I didn't see on B&H, but the bundle will probably, probably like maybe another $100, $200. So $1,800, you're getting a solid camera out the gate to shoot with, shoot 4K on. I don't think it mentioned if you can install any of the other, if you can install Vlog or not. I have to do some more in-depth research. But listen, that 4K at 60 frames per second out of a camera that's, mid-tier is amazing. I think that is going to be the way to go, especially for the creative vlogger who wants to do those cinematic slow shots. And oh man, just the ideas that are running through my head right now are so amazing. But I don't want to bore you because I'm not a tech reviewer. I'm just selling you on what I've read about it, and I'm very excited to get it. I'm definitely going to pre-order mine after the holiday. Gotta let that money stack up. Gotta buy Christmas presents. Can't be selfish all year. But if you're looking forward to this new camera, or if you're in the market for a new camera, I definitely think this is going to be a dope vlogger camera. I'm definitely going to get my hands on it ASAP because I've become a Panasonic fan, and I'm going to say that that camera is going to be the camera that's going to be talked about a lot in 2018, man. So let's stay tuned. Let's see what we can find out, man. This DJ Fitted, Light Skin Wonder. Yeah.